Hi Sagittarius, this is Jean with my channel Rebel Yell Rising, and this is your July 2017 reading. Thank you all so much for joining me. I want to say thank you real quick to all the subscribers out there. Thanks guys for the likes, the shares, the comments. It really supports my channel, and it really lets me know that you guys are digging the messages and that they are helping you on your journey. Okay, for those of you that might have seen the June monthly reading, what I'm doing is changing it up a bit. I am using the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild because the messages are very deep, very profound. They're definitely not a deck for using every day. I mean, you can, but they're so deep that I feel like the messages, the energy doesn't shift quick enough to use these every day. And I am really focusing on setting the intention, asking my guides, praying to the angels that they assist in giving us messages that will help empower you, that will help you explode that inner light so that that sun inside of you, just like that, your soul just expands and explodes and radiates outside of you, right? So that you can feel stronger in who you are, and that you can feel stronger in your truth, in your power, and that you feel strong, I guess, empowered. All right, so let's get started, guys. And again, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please keep that in mind. And it is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. All right. This first card, guys, is the spiritual issue at hand, the revelation of Isis. So the spiritual issue at hand, I'm sorry, you know what, before I go any further, the reason the spiritual issue is the focus point is because as within, so without, right? Whatever is going on at the core of your being, past the physical, past the emotional, past the mental, deep down into spiritual matter, that is like reverberating and sending shockwaves out into your external world, into the mental, into the emotional, and into the physical world that you are existing in. And you are seeing the manifestations of that. Okay? So, the spiritual issue for you guys, something in your circle is being masked, if you will. Something or someone is being deceptive. Now take a moment and really consider, like, who is the first person that just popped into your mind when I said that? Is there a place? Like, did an image just pop into your mind? Did something, an email somebody wrote to you, did that just flash across your eyes? So what this is saying is that someone or something that is being deceptive, it might not necessarily be for nefarious reasons or with a deliberate intent to hurt, right? It could merely be like a self-preservation just popped into my mind. This could be you as well, Sagittarius. Let me give you an example. So I feel like they just give me, the whole self-preservation. Maybe you're in a relationship that is clearly not the relationship that you're supposed to be in. But for some reason, you feel that your survival depends on it. Maybe you got fired from your job. Maybe you don't have any income and you're not happy, and you're in this particular relationship because your needs are being met, right? Well, that would be you being the deceptive one. And regardless of your situation, Sagittarius, what this is saying is that it's much, much better to cut the deception now than much later down the road. It's just a lot easier. All right, I'm not going to get into too much details. I'm sure you guys all know what it's like to be lied to. And I'm sure if you are the one being lied to, that you would prefer to deal with this now than later down the road. All right? So that is your spiritual issue. So if things have been kind of wonky, it's, like if things have been wonky at work, then there's something at work maybe that is not all as it seems. Another example is like maybe you are job hunting and you responded to a job ad for an office manager, but when you get there, it just seems kind of weird, right? They're calling it an office manager position, but it doesn't really sound like an office manager duty, right? Or responsibilities. Go with your gut, guys. For the month of July, that's what the issue is at hand. All right, this next card. This is how you can deal with it, right? In your daily life. So what you can do to heal the situation. Overcome any negative energy that is being directed towards you with feminine power. So let me go ahead and say that just because you're a woman, if you're a woman watching this, you screaming your head off or venting your frustration or just being really mean is not feminine power. No matter how worthy or just your plight or cause is, right? That's like, that's negative masculine energy, actually. That's not even feminine energy. Feminine power is compassion, nurturing, mercy, forgiveness, and love, right? That's girl power. That's feminine power. And what this is saying is that, I mean, guys, that obviously applies to you too, right? So it doesn't matter if you're on the bandwagon for, equal pay and gender equality, which are completely worthy causes, but if you're trying to right a wrong with anger and frustration on behalf of women, that's not feminine power either. That's not doing anything for feminine strength. So what this is saying is that negative energy that is being directed towards you, you're sort of being tested. You're being tested and initiated into a higher spiritual, like a higher spiritual level, if you will, like a phase. And you're being tested so that you can respond with love, respond with mercy, respond with generosity. Just popped into my head. So I'm not sure if there's a situation that is going to ask some of you to be generous, even though you don't need to or want to or feel like you should or even have the means to. I feel like something's going to ask you to be generous this month. So that is how you are being asked to heal any deception that is going on in your life, right? Compassion, not pity, compassion. And it's not saying, you just take it lying down if you find out that, so-and-so has been cheating on you. It's just saying, take care of you, but don't spew more negative energy out into the world, right? Don't fight fire with fire. You fight the flames of hatred with the waters of compassion. All right. The blessing coming for you for the month of July, Sagittarius. The scales of balance. All right. I am going to read this one for you, even though it does look pretty obvious there. But like I said, the readings are so profound. I just don't want to miss any of this message that I think you guys need to hear. So the blessing is letting you know that you are a tantrika, that you are on the path of divine healing of both the masculine and feminine, which is where the scales of balance come into play. That the masculine and feminine are the two sacred polarities that are universal to human experience, because you can't have one without the other. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you, Sagittarius, gain great power. You gain great presence, and you will have a great healing effect in the world of the soul and on all humans here on earth. So you are in the process of a sacred relationship that is healing the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within your soul. And this is saying that that's an advanced spiritual path of Tantra. Like if you've ever heard of tantric sex, that's what that's talking about. Not that you guys have to engage in that. I'm just saying if you guys know, if you've heard of it. So some people mistakenly believe that it's about sexuality, but it's not. It's really about bringing the masculine and feminine polarities into balance, bringing them together into wholeness, love, unity, and empowerment. And that helps you along an enlightened path. All right? So there's going to be the gift for you for the month of July. The gift is going to be probably a more balanced, more of a balance between your own inner feminine and masculine energies, right? And this is for man or woman, doesn't matter. But if you've been if you have been essentially like whipping your masculine energy to work harder, work stronger, that would come across as like being super aggressive, super domineering, forcing others to believe as you do, right? That's like masculine energy that's been overworked. Masculine energy that's been castrated, if you will, is treating your masculine energy like it's useless, like it can't do anything, like it's not worthy, right? And then the feminine energy needs that masculine energy to protect the creative desires, to protect the creativity and the nurturing. That's why they need that balance between the two. That is going to be the gift. It's going to be a more balanced being within you, a more balanced state of being. Now, Sagittarius, I sound like a teacher, for the month of July, this is your challenge. Ooh, the High Priestess, mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. All right, give me a second. I hope you guys are seeing what I mean and why I love this oracle deck. Again, like the messages are so deep and they are so right on. And usually when you get the message, you're like, wow, that's not even what I thought the situation was. But it's usually spot on. And the artwork is absolutely beautiful. So, the challenge for you, there is a new direction unfolding, right? This is asking you to have patience for the final reveal. This is also asking you to recognize that there is a big change going on, right? You're going to be getting some insight. Like, you might have sensed that things were changing in your life, or that maybe you started considering, like, maybe this isn't the right way to go about doing things. Or maybe there was that realization, like, this isn't working so far, and maybe you didn't know which way to go or how to fix things or how to push forward. But what this is saying is that you're going to be getting insight that's very valuable, and it's going to be giving you a little bit of clarity so that you know where you're going and for what purpose. So your challenge, Sagittarius, and it's funny because you guys just love traveling, and you're super like wise and so like knowledgeable. You guys just like love learning things, right? Not necessarily like all about books, but you love to learn, right? That's probably going to be part of your challenge, is to kind of just sit with this, to know that things are changing, to know that you are, how do I explain this? That you're on the yellow brick road, even though you don't know where it's going, but it's going to go somewhere great. It's going to be beautiful at the end. You just don't know where it is yet. This is saying that the message is to please be patient, and everything will be revealed to you. All right, you guys. Your special guidance from your higher self or your spirit guides, whichever you believe in. Stay true and be in your power. I love the blue, green, that turquoise color. I love this flower right there. I love this artwork. It feels very powerful. I don't know. I hope you guys can kind of feel the energy of these cards. It's just, you just feel like something magical is happening. So the guidance for you guys, Sagittarius, is to embrace your own authority. That's the masculine energy. Let your masculine energy be empowered so that you feel strong in your beliefs, right? In your knowing of whatever it is that you know. In your being, right? Be true to you, what you stand for, and how you want to see your life played out in the world. But the flip side of that is, when you are empowered, when you are strong in who you are and what you stand for, you will recognize that this means that others also can be strong in their beliefs, in their own power, and in their truth. It's an understanding that your truth is not necessarily my truth. And that for your truth, what you believe, what is right for you, that it doesn't matter if I believe or I know or say what you do. Does that make sense? I don't need to believe what you do for you to believe it. I hope that makes sense. Let me give you an example. I'm going to use something that's kind of a light and fluffy example so no one's feathers get ruffled here. Sagittarius, if you truly believe that Care Bears exist, you know that, right? Like, there's no doubt in your mind, then you don't need to convince me that Care Bears exist, because you know without a doubt they exist, right? And that whether or not I believe or understand that Care Bears exist has no impact on whether or not you believe. And that for you to be true to yourself, you're not going to deny the fact that Care Bears exist. But that I also have the same right to be in my truth, to not cave into you or feel forced to say, yeah, you're right, Care Bears exist, if I truly don't believe that they exist. There's a balance, which is this, right? It's a balance of your male and female energy. It's a balance in being true to your truth and letting others be true to their truth, right? That's why it talks about Osiris and Isis, the male and female, the Lord and the Lady of divine authority. It's shadow and light. It's masculine and feminine. It's the balance. All right, guys. Let's do a really quick recap for you. So for the month of July, Sagittarius, the issue at hand is there is something deceptive. There is something foul afoot. Now, this could be on your part, deceiving yourself. This could be you deceiving someone else. Or this could be someone deceiving you. The way that you can heal the situation is by using your girl power, your feminine strength of mercy and compassion and love to fight the negative energy, to fight the lies being directed at you, to fight the hatred that is being spewed in your face, right? Because it's a lot harder to hold space full of compassion than it is to let that anger consume you and fight fire with fire. It takes so much strength to hold compassion and love inside. The gift will be a balancing of your female and male energy, so they will be more in line with each other. Harmony. The challenge give me a second, guys. I just want to take a look. I'm sorry. I thought that was the Tantra one. Oh, I'm sorry. The challenge is for you guys to just be, right? To recognize that things are changing, to recognize that your life is very, very, very slowly unfolding into a new direction. And that you're not necessarily going to know exactly where you're going or why or for what purpose, but that you're going to be getting some sort of insight into why you're shifting and where to. And lastly, the guidance is to be true to yourself, be strong, and stand in your power, and know that being strong in your power means that others can be strong in their power. Because when you are strong and you have your own personal authority over you, you don't need to convince others that you're right. All right, Sagittarius, that's it for you guys for the month of July. Please check my daily and weekly videos for whatever little nuggets that they might give you for the monthly journey that you're on. Again, I thank you all so much for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, the comments. It really lets me know that these messages are hitting home for some of you guys. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful month. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.